Hi, this is Alexia from TechCrunch, and I'm here at the 500 Startups Demo Day, and I am talking with Visually, and they're a startup that focuses on infographics. And I'm here with Lee Sherman and Stu Langille, and they're former Mint data visualization people, and they're going to talk to us about how they're applying the data visualizations that they learned at Mint to the publishing space.
Sure. So what we're doing is we're building a platform for data visualization, and we're targeting the publishing industry and the advertising industry. So we're creating a site that has the largest collection of data visualizations on the web. And there's a publisher portal where publishers can subscribe to a monthly service where they get access to data, they get access to the analysts, the designers, and then ultimately the distribution. So what we're doing is we're kind of taking that whole sausage-making process around data visualization and putting our stamp, our level of quality that we've come to establish while we're at Mint.
So who else is in this space?
So in the space, from a business intelligence standpoint, you look at the Tableau software, does some visualization software. From a design standpoint, we have the Stamens, the Just Threes of the world. But how we differentiate ourselves is we design for news, for media. So if there's a story, for example, if there's a reactor meltdown, we cover the story today. Right? We're not going to cover it 2 months from now. We do real news, real time.
What are the challenges of making infographics, both for publishing companies, and what problems do you solve?
Sure. Lee, do you want to talk about that?
Sure, I'll address that. So really, creating an infographic from sort of start to finish is, it takes a multidisciplinary team. So it's really hard for a news organization, unless they've kind of put a lot of money and a lot of resources into it, to create these things, because you need a pool of data, so you need a data warehouse. You need data analysts that can analyze the data. You need editors that can help find the story in the data. You need designers. And then you need the distribution end of things too, because it's the old thing about the tree falling in the forest, right? If you spend a lot of time creating these things and then they don't get out there, then you really haven't achieved anything at the end of the day. And the real value to a publisher of infographics is they're really a way of getting the brand out, as well as getting the news out. They're also a way of getting the brand out there in social media, and really helping publishers build a name for themselves as kind of innovators in the space.
So what's the process like creating an infographic for Visually? I know that you have your own, you have 10 people on your team, right?
Mm-hmm.
And 6 of those are designers,
Mm-hmm.
correct? So I'm a publisher, and I want to make a really cool infographic about the explosion of startups after the creation of Amazon Web Services. I go into Visually, and I see my own interface.
That's correct.
And I could write in a request, and it'll go to. Tell me about the process.
Sure,
I know
sure.
about the process, but
Yeah.
I want to hear from you.
Sure.
We have an infographic that actually shows the process, but since we don't have that with us right now,
Yeah.
I'll let Stu speak to it.
Yeah, so you'll come to us and you'll log into your account and you'll request to have a visualization created. And so what we'll do is we'll work with our team of analysts to identify where the best source of data for that visualization is, unless you bring us your own data. We'll analyze that data with our proprietary software, find where the story is, and then assign it to a team that comprises of an editor, a designer, and an analyst. And so the editor oversees and runs like project manager on the project, and then the analyst provides the data, and then the designer designs it. And then we'll actually give it back to you, and then you'll run it on your site.
So you have some major partnerships, right?
We do.
Can you
we
talk
do.
about that?
We do. Yes, we just launched yesterday. We're doing a partnership with CNN, so we're going to be doing a number of pieces with them, and so for both online and broadcast as well. And we'll be having more partnerships we'll be announcing soon as well.
So why leave a big company like Mint to come do this thing? Why go make a startup? I mean,
Sure. Well, we saw very early on, as being pioneers in the use of infographics, how powerful they were. We saw that the page views for an infographic were 30 to 40 times a comparable written article. And we started going around to other publishers who were using it early in the space, the Huffington Post, the Fast Companies. We saw similar metrics from them. And so we knew that there's a real change in movement in terms of the way people are consuming data and the way people are consuming information. And so we thought this was going to be a really good business opportunity for us, and it's something we enjoy doing. This is where our passion is, and we think there's a lot of opportunity to not only service and help create infographics, but also develop some great software and tools around the space too.
So right now you're at a subscription model for publishers, and
That's correct.
it's a tiered system based on how many infographics they request monthly.
That's right.
What are your future plans in terms of both product and company-wide strategy?
Sure. So future plans are we're going to continue to build out the publisher account, the publisher portal. So we'll develop more tools. We're going to have a search engine that's going to allow the publishers to be able to search for real-time data visualizations, what's being produced. It's a repository of everything that's ever been produced, what's currently being produced. We're going to have great access for data. So we're going to do more self-service tools and portal for publishers to come in and actually create their own, grab and go, their own visualizations.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks.